6.5, 6.5, where this is meeting the 6.5. So what we're going to do next is to cut our bead, and don't forget, always use a tray. So I'm going to be using a tray to put all our materials together. So I'm going to start by cutting. So you can use any type of bead, from this to this to this to this to letter beads. Any type of bead at all is what you can use. So now, since my wrist measurement is 6.5, that means I'm going to be using 7 inches bracelet. I'm going to be adding extra half for ease, so that I can wear it perfectly without breaking the elastic while faced. So this should be my initial. This is my wrist bracelet measurement. So I'm going to be adding extra 4 for ease for tying, 3 or 4. So that means since my measurement is 7, I'm going to be using 10, or be cutting my elastic on 11, so that it will be easy for me to tie after stringing the elastic. So now I'm going to keep the remaining aside. Now this is the one I cut. So I'll start stringing. If you look at this, I have some. You can use letter beads as your to decorate your bead. You can use any other 2 color beads. You can use 3 beads. You can use as many colors as you want. You can even use multicolor beads. For this, I'm going to be using this charm. So now I want my charm to be at the center. So I could use 2 bead work, or being creative has nothing to do with whatever you are told. You can design your work as you want it. So I can use this as a centerpiece. Let me wear it so you see. So I could decide to use this, leave this at the center this way. I could decide to use this at the center this way, or I put just one of this, only one, and then start stringing my beads. So the design will definitely be what you choose or what you want. So every bead has hole on both sides. Some have hole at the upper part, but this one now has hole all wrong. So I can decide to just continue, adding my beads this way, or like I said, add 3 of this at the center, or add this, then decide to introduce another one this way. So it could also be this way. So you can just design your work any way you want it. So I'm going to show you after stringing the whole of this. So here I have my bead stringed on my elastic. So again, what you also want to notice that when you are using charms, if you're using any other color bead at the center, you want to have even number of beads on both sides. So for this, I have 2, 4, 6 on my right side, and I have 2, 4, 6 on my left side. I hope you understand what I mean by that. So when you're working with any other design at the center, you want to be sure that you have equal numbers of beads on both ends of your elastic. So now it's time to take measurements. So every tape starts with number 1. Again, some tape like mine, it used to have colored silver or gold edge, but that has removed from it. But that hasn't reduced the size of my tape. So I'm still going to take my measurement from the tip of this tape down to 7 inches, since that is what I need. Don't forget, my wrist measurement exactly was 6.5. I'm going to be adding extra half to it for ease of, so that when I wear it, it will be easy for me not to pull it up without tampering with the elastic. So now the measurement, I have to start from the tip of my tape down to the number I actually need. So this is 7, so that means my measurement is correct. So now it's time to tie. You have 2 ends of your elastic. So I'm going to place one on the other this way, send into this bigger hole. I'm going to take it again. So you have 2 ends of your elastic. You're going to place one on the other. You can do it this way, whichever way is convenient for you. You place one end on the other end, then you send into the bigger hole, then you pull this way. While you are pulling, make sure that it doesn't fall into other lines. Make sure it is still at that same point that you need it. Make sure it is still at the same point, that middle point that you want it. Okay, so for the other, because if you leave it at this first knot, definitely you've done nothing. The whole bead is going to fall out. So I'm going to take it 3 or 2 more times to tie properly. So don't forget the first knot, that's it. The second knot is what we are going to do now. So I'm going to place again on one another. Place your elastic on one another. Then you send into the smaller hole here. Into the smaller hole. You send into the smaller hole this way. You place one of the elastic, the one on top, into the smaller hole. Then you pull properly. Don't be scared to pull. Make sure after every knot you pull properly. If the elastic is not good, then it might break. Then you know you're supposed to change the elastic. But if you don't pull properly and then someone wears it and then it falls out, it will be as if you've done nothing, you are doing rubbish. So let's say this is the second knot now. So I'm pulling my hands properly. I'm pulling the elastic. So I'm going to go to the third knot, and I'm going to make the third knot. Again, you place your elastic again on the other. Then you send into this smaller hole again, this smaller hole you've created. Then you pull again. Pull very, very well again. Make sure after every knot you do the same. So I'm going to be making the third knot now. So I'm making the third knot now. So there I have it. So what I'm going to do now is to cut this elastic and make sure I cut it so close to the knot, but not on the knot. Not on the knot, but close to the knot. So that is what I'm doing now. So here is what we have. Here is what you have. So what I mean by easy is, by the time I wear it now, You can see it fits perfectly. It's not falling off from my wrist, and then it's perfect. So there's what you have. So bonus tip for today's class is that if you have an elastic and it's not looking this white, if it's giving you a yellow color, brownish color, then that means the elastic has expired. So you need to change it to get yourself a new elastic. So if you're using a new elastic, don't forget, it's always whitish in color, and then it stretches. It stretches well. If it's the yellow one or the brownish one, once you pull this way, it breaks. Once you pull, it breaks. That means the elastic is bad. So I hope you learned something from today's class. See you tomorrow for another class. Bye.